Howdy folks, Brian Cusco here at Triple B, and today we're going to be talking with Joe and Jody Rasmussen of Rasmussen Reptiles. They've been working with different snakes for quite some time now. We're going to hear a little bit about their stories, check out some of their cool snakes, and have a great time. You watch Triple B TV. How long have you guys been working with reptiles?
Over 20 years.
How long have you been working with reptiles? Same time?
Same time.
So it's definitely a joint, but like he didn't get into reptiles first and then you were like, I guess we're doing this, or
No, we both did it.
getting into reptiles. What was that like?
Well, we went to a hunting and fishing expo, and there was a guy there selling snakes. And we bought a couple and started liking it, and within the same year we started breeding. And that, I think it was 2001. And then by 2010, we had a reptile store in town where we live.
You had done what now, sorry?
We had a reptile store in the town we live.
Gotcha.
And we had it for 10 years until COVID, and then we closed it.
Gotcha. Oh, awesome. You guys owned a reptile shop. And four of them.
In Washington and Idaho, we had 4.
That's incredible. What is your goal with the reptiles? Like, do you have an ultimate goal?
Just to breed better stuff. We're not gonna. I don't see ever just doing it for a living because we're contractors, and that's kind of what we've been doing our whole life. So, I mean, we want to make better stuff, but we probably won't go any bigger than we do now.
It's enough work.
It's plenty of work. How many different species do you work with, and like how many snakes total?
Well, we do ball pythons, boas, retics, berms. I don't know, corns,
Kit sand
hogs.
boas.
Yeah, just a few different ones, but it's just we're kind of maxed out. We built a building when we closed our last store, and it's pretty maxed out for the two
We
of
have
us.
about 500 snakes.
One more time, sorry.
We have about 500 snakes.
Oh, 500. Okay. How many? Do you have any retics on the table here with you today?
Retics? I have one.
Okay, one retic. How many clutches do you guys have a year? About?
Retics?
Just clutches, or how many? Yeah, so clutches. Well, you got boas too, so litters. So how many clutches and litters total? I guess. What do you think you're doing a year about at this point?
Probably about 40 somewhere. Around
40 some odd.
clutches.
Okay. So it's not a huge production or anything.
I did 33 clutches of balls this year. So about 40 probably with the other stuff.
Okay, that's cool to see, because it seems like you got quite a good production. 30 is actually like where my end goal is for myself. I always had that number of 30 a year is like kind of where I want to peak out at it someday, like maybe in 10 years or something. But so how is the workload for 30 clutches a year? Like, is this a full-time job for you guys?
No. We do construction. And so with that, I mean, this is just what we do afterward on the weekends, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's enough work, though, at what we got. He's talked about having like 50 clutches in a year, and I can't imagine 20 more than what we've had in there, roughly around that, more than what it is, because it's already, weekends are totally filled up with feeding, cleaning, watering, doing everything that I couldn't imagine, and keeping the rats and mice up and everything that goes with it. It's a lot of work. So, but it's fun. I mean, it's kind of what we enjoy doing, so it's not like we don't enjoy it.
Any aspirations for it to be like something you're doing in retirement, or like
That's what our plan is for retirement, is to keep doing this.
just be able to still bring in income doing something you love to do?
Right.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at. You got a couple animals here. What do we got here? Let's start here with you.
It's a IMG, or Costa Rican IMG black motley. And this was one of 27, I believe, that she had. And it was her first clutch that we actually had, or litter that we had of boas. And this was kind of a holdback that we did, but brought him to the show. It's a male.
The black gene is allelic to leopard.
The black gene is allelic to leopard, you said?
Right. And I sold one of the litter mates to Dave Palumbo, so he has the exact same one.
Awesome. Did you guys kind of decide when you first started this that you were going to do it as a joint company? Like, have you been Joe and Jody Rasmussen Reptiles since you, like, I know it's 20 years ago you started getting into snakes. Like, how old is the company and the brand?
2010 when we opened our reptile store, I guess.
Okay. So it started with the reptile store.
Well, we were Rasmussen Reptiles selling on like fauna and king snake back in probably like 2002 and 3 when it was just starting up. We were Rasmussen Reptiles then, but we didn't. When we started our store, we pretty much turned into a business.
Gotcha. Well, what do you got here, Joe?
This is a banana red striped yellow belly clown, and this is Candino starburst. So it's inchy leopard Candino.
Wow, that thing has just got some crazy. No, I see the pinks in there. We'll get some B-roll after. We'll get it under the light and get some nice B-roll shots of it. That's cool. That's awesome. Well,
this has been a favorite at the shows, though. This one here for a while, but he's hoping for him to be ready to go this season, I guess, and start hopefully producing more, adding better stuff to it.
That's awesome. Well, how do you guys find time? So you run a construction company, or?
Yeah, general contracting.
How do you find the time to do that and work with this many reptiles? How do you do that?
We do that like 50, 60 hours a week. We do the construction, and then we come home at night and go to the snake building and work in there till like, she's usually done feeding like about midnight or 1 at night, every night. And then we work weekends. Sunday as we clean the rat building every Sunday, so we managed to keep it going, but we got a lot of hours in there.
Yeah, that's hard work. It's cool. Your table is beautiful. The snakes that you have on your table is just gorgeous. Like, I was looking across the whole spread, and it's just like everything looks really, really nice. There's not one animal that doesn't like stick out and kind of shine in its own right. So it's kind of cool to see that. And it's, you know, always look. There's certain tables that you can look at and see that, but you guys are definitely one of them.
Thank you.
We got the 3 animals on. Is there anything else that you really want to show, or so what's going on with this guy here?
I'm not sure. As far as I can tell, it's a het pied, but it's got a lot of white for a het. But as you know, spider pieds only have pattern on their heads, but it's a lot of white, so I don't know for just a het. But the pairing was a visual pied to a het pied. But
There's a lot of other genes.
yeah, there's leopard, inchy, fire, orange dream, yellow belly, and spider that could be in it. And then there was a visual pied to a pied. But
Did you say you had genetic testing done for this guy and got it back? No, that's some other snakes. Okay, never mind. That's a pretty wild snake. We'll have to check back in when you prove out whatever's going on with that snake.
I don't know. I think it has to be a het pied unless it is a paradox thing. But it's just a lot of white.
I appreciate it. I know it's the end of the show and it's probably time to wrap down. Is there anything you guys would like to say to the audience before we get wrapped up here?
Support USARK. I mean, they're huge. I mean, we were into breeding berms in 2012 when it shut down, and we almost got rid of all of them, and then they flipped it. And so we're still breeding berms again. But so definitely support USARK.
Jody?
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, just for the hobby even, it's not right that, they try to take away even somebody's pets, regardless of breeding or anything. So, helping them out. The auction last night was awesome. That was it's always a lot of fun anyway, just to go and, see everybody and how they support it. But USARK is definitely something that everybody should be helping out in any way.
Yeah, I agree. I finally became a gold member. I didn't realize it wasn't before. It's like, I should have done it a long time ago. I got to go sit at the board meeting they had on Thursday, and they kind of went over the list of like what things were coming at us in 2022, and all the things that they were able to shut down and knock down that were coming at us. And I was just like, wow. Well, I was right there's like, I'm not and so I asked Phil a question, because right now they don't have like if you sign up for a membership, it's not recurring. Like you can sign up for the membership, but that's not like an automatic yearly thing that it'll renew. So I was asking about that, and I was looking at my account, and I was like, I should. Looking at the list of stuff they've done, I was like, I should be a gold member right now. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things that happen kind of behind the scenes that we don't see, and that's what they're always working at. So I mean, that's what's the important part is they catch it all, and we hear about some of them, but not all of them. So I mean, it's good that they're working on it all the time.
Yeah. It was awesome. Thank you guys for taking the time to talk with me for a moment, and I appreciate you guys' support as well. So thank you very much. Thank you guys for tuning in today to the show. I appreciate it. If you want to tune in with us later this evening, as we do with all of our Triple B TV guests, we're going to be having a Zoom call with Joe and Jody. If you'd like to pick their brains about their projects or anything at all, there's a link down in the description if you'd like to do that, and we'll see you there tonight. If we don't see you there tonight, then we'll see you next week right back here on Triple B TV. Y'all take care.